is in the trees, it grows easy like the breeze, flowing from the fountain, high up on Easy Mountain. High up in the sky, they grow that sticky dough. It heals the hearts and minds of the people down below. Look up to the clouds and smell that hippie smoke and hear the song. Come on and sing along. Relief is in the trees, it grows easy like the breeze, flowing from the fountain, high up on Easy Mountain.
How's everybody doing today? All right. I know a lot of you probably, there may be people in this room that don't even know a dispensary in Republic exists. We still have people stop by and say, wow, I didn't know you guys were in, I didn't know there was a dispensary in Republic. And so we're trying to do a lot. We are one of the only locally owned and operated dispensaries in the state. So we have fought tooth and nail to stay privately owned and family owned and operated, and we're going to continue to do that. But this is one of those types of opportunities that I'm thankful for, because like Macy said, we are having to fight every day. We're fighting against businesses that own 60 stores and all across the state, or they might own 150 stores all across the country. And as you guys know, when it comes to scaling those types of things, they can get away with a lot more things that we can't get away with. They can buy things at a much, much lower price than we can. So we are constantly having to fight the massive corporation that is corporate cannabis. But we feel strongly that locally owned and operated is the way to be. And so we're really proud to be here, but we just want to share with you kind of who we are, what we do, and then also seriously why it's important to patron us, because we do a lot for the community, and we do, cannabis is expensive. People spend a lot of money on it. It generates a ton of taxes for Republic. And I just want to put some of that in perspective for you guys. So even if there are people in this room that aren't necessarily pro-cannabis, if you're pro-Republic, you'll at least understand why it's important to send people our way. So I have a few things that we want to just go through. Pardon me, I am a millennial. I am going to use my phone. So I took notes here, but just 1 second and we'll get going. I'm used to having a clicker, so I got to do this myself, I guess. All right, so many of you have seen our building. Our mission from day one has been to educate and support our community through the power of cannabis. So that can mean a lot of different things in a lot of different scenarios. Sometimes that can mean taxes going into the local government. Sometimes that can mean just giving people an alternative to an unhealthy option that they may have leaned on otherwise. So since day one, we have really focused on purely just supporting our community. Thankful to Macy and the Chamber and for providing certain opportunities that can make that easier. As many of us in this room know, it's not always super easy to run a business and then also think, okay, how am I going to market it? How am I going to go get involved in the local community? How am I going to do all these things? It's so awesome to have a group like the Chamber where we can get an email every week or every couple of days where it's, hey, here's another opportunity for you to be involved in the community. You want in or not? You know what I mean? So I love that, thankful for that, but we try to take advantage of those things. And so a few of the ways that we make contributions to the city, again, not that it's all financial, but everybody in this room is either a business owner or tied to a business in some way, shape, or form, and so you guys get that. This year alone, 2025, we are going to give the city of Republic. This is not state, this is not Greene County, this is not federal. The city of Republic, we're going to give them almost $500,000 in tax revenue. So that's because of the 3% tax and then the additional 3% tax that was passed last year. So it is what it is. That's a lot of money. If you guys understand how much money that really is per business, you guys would understand how important it is to say, if you know somebody that's driving to Springfield to buy their cannabis from every single shop in Springfield, other than one, is owned by a massive corporation. So you're sending your money literally to not even to Missouri, to other states. Whereas if you shop in Republic, you're guaranteeing that money is going to stay in Republic. We've created 20 jobs on dependent upon the time and how big the staff is at the time. Most of my employees work a 4-day work week, and they're all making $50,000+ a year. So that's a decent kind of like balance of work-life balance. You know what I mean? And again, that's they're all making more than that. Community engagement that we have. We talked about Jimmy sponsoring, was it Momentum? Yeah. I would have been there eating otherwise, but they wouldn't let me in the door. I mean, Campfire Barbecue, phenomenal. Not to put any shade on the barbecue you had today, absolutely phenomenal, but we're partnering up with Campfire Barbecue for the chili cook-off. It's something that internally we all really wanted to do. And then when it came down to be like, okay, we're gonna do this thing, we're all like, okay, who's making the chili though? None of us wanted to do that. We'll all eat it. So we partnered with a local guy who makes phenomenal food, and we're so stoked to do that. And every single time we need something from Jimmy or any of the other local businesses that we hit up, they're down. And it's because this community is so tight knit, and we love that. So we're trying to just involve those things and even bring Jimmy into something, the Campfire, that he probably wouldn't have had the time or been involved in otherwise. So enhancing community health. This is like for real. A lot of people may not think that it's as serious as it is, but if your town only offers alcohol as a vice per se, that's what you're gonna get. And by the way, people don't stop smoking weed if you don't legally sell it to them. So you're either creating a black market that's guaranteed gonna be there, or you're forcing people to go to the unhealthy alternatives that we've decided are okay. So we are stoked to provide a much healthier option. Cannabis is better than alcohol in literally every way. So not that there's anything wrong with those types of things, but as far as comparing a relaxing vice or whatever it may be, it's nice to at least have the ability to go, okay, if I've really had a tough day or really had a bad time, I can turn to something that is slightly different. So excited to provide those things. Healthier alternatives is the way I look at it. I cannot tell you how many times we've seen like a grandparent come in and say, hey, your product has been the reason why I had a good night's sleep for the first time in I don't know how long. Or how many, how many grandparents will come in and say, this is the first time I've had an appetite in years. Because it's ridiculous, guys, the medicine that they put on people, that they have to just keep them alive, right? And it is what it is. I'm not a pharmacist. I don't know all this stuff. I've not figured it all out, but I know that cannabis absolutely can help provide some relief for people. And so when I see those times where we have a grandparent or a new mom says that she got the best night's rest since she's had her baby, that is really powerful. And that is a ripple effect into our community. You know what I mean? We're not just helping that one person that one day, but that person is then going into our community and they're doing their job and they're a little bit happier that day, or a little bit, they got to eat and so they feel better. We all know how important it is to be able to do that stuff. So I'm thankful to be able to provide a business that allows those things and gives people the opportunity to do those things. And for those of you in this room that may be thinking about a person in their head of like, oh man, I just thought of Aunt June, she really should try that or whatever because of XYZ. Please send her to our website, have them give us a call, point them towards our social media. We have so many different ways where we try to lower the barrier of entry because we know how scary it can be and how the propaganda machine for years has told you, your brain, this is your brain on drugs. This is your brain on drugs. A little scattered, but still totally capable. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Again, some more community support and engagement type stuff that we love doing. We've got some pictures on the next slide, but like the volunteer event that we had at Convoy of Hope, that was the first time I'd been able to volunteer in literally years because of kind of what we'd done. But the chamber made it an easy event for us to be able to volunteer for, and so we showed up and we helped out, and it was awesome. And every person that came there all was very thankful for that opportunity. Or maybe you saw us painting faces at the Roar event for all the kids. We're not showing up there trying to be the potheads. We're showing up there trying to show you guys that we're here for the community and that we're here to help. You know what I mean? Or maybe you've seen the thousands of Easy Mountain first aid kits that we've handed out to kids and parents and everybody else around town. Again, we're trying to hand out something that puts our name on it. Selfishly, we are a for-profit business that does have to make money to survive, but at the same time, we're putting it on a first aid kit. We're trying to spread something that's actually going to help the community. Or maybe you've seen some pairs of the Easy Mountain socks that we've sold, which has been one of the coolest things we've done for a couple of years now. And every year, I love doing this. We have a sales competition with all of our patient care specialists. I tell them all, hey, whoever sells the most socks, we take all of the revenue, not just the proceeds, all of the revenue from the sock sales, and we give all of that to a nonprofit. And what I do is I say, whoever out here on the sales floor can sell the most, you get to pick which charity that goes to. And so we actually just finished one of those up. Speaking of which, is there anybody from Convoy of Hope in the room? Guess I'll keep the money. I literally brought $3,000 to give Convoy of Hope because we just sold the socks. And Taylor, who is 2 years in a row the winner, picked Convoy of Hope. So we're going to give another $3,000 to Convoy of Hope because we sold some socks to the community. So thank you guys for buying the socks. That's for you guys. Thank you. And then last but not least, maybe you saw us, I know Brady did, literally hauling truckloads of school supplies to the elementary schools because we did a 4-month-long school supply drive. And again, this is not us, this is you guys, the local community, showing up and showing out for our schools. And we called them. Josh, how many times did you call them and say, hey, do you guys really know how many school supplies we're bringing you? And they're like, yeah, just call us and bring it in or whatever. And we show up with literally truckfuls and they're like, oh shit, we gotta call some few people. And we're gonna have to get some help because there's, we got all the school right here. She said, actually. I'm just kidding. Sorry, Macy. So we try to give back in every way that we possibly can. Seriously, apologize if that really offended anybody. Not trying to do that. This is Taylor right here on the right. Last year she won. She chose Foster Adopt Connect as her charity. We've done a lot of stuff with Foster Adopt Connect. We actually even partnered with a company, created our own product, cannabis product, and sold it, and all the proceeds went to Foster Adopt Connect. That was a couple years ago. That charity got a strain created for them. That's pretty cool if you ask me. So another way, we wanted to reward the people who are bringing us school supplies too. So on top of us giving out the school supplies, we also had a raffle ticket. As you're bringing in school supplies, you can win a kayak. So as you can see, there's the winner of the kayak there. Here's Drew patroning the local Frisbee golf, and then us at Convoy of Hope, some employees there and stuff. So, you know, just awesome. Again, thankful for the opportunity to be able to do that. How much time do I have left?
14 minutes in now.
14 minutes in. That's 1 minute. So we talked about a lot of this stuff, guys. The contributions to the local economy and everything like that. The reduction in crime. If you give somebody a legal way to do it, they're at least going to be a little bit more likely to try that, right? At this point in time, our product is far better than the black market. Our product is just as cheap as the black market. There's not really any reason for people to want to go that way. So purely if you just look at patroning a black market versus patroning a legal business that's taxed and organized and everything like that, we're reducing crime just purely right there. We have a couple of testimonials. I just wanted to share these things. These are things that these are actual patients of ours, local community people. You might recognize Amanda and Troy. These are two things that these are their words, not ours. So you can read that and see how impactful it's been for some people. I love seeing their faces and I love reading those words. It's so powerful to me. But I mean, not having to take antidepressants anymore off of smoking something that's completely natural is pretty cool if you ask me. We're going to keep doing what we do. This is not a real anything. I did want to give the opportunity for anybody, if that's okay. I know this is a business that a lot of people are like, man, I've always, blah, blah, blah. People have a lot of questions. It's an unknown, it's a new industry. I was just going to give this opportunity if there was a couple people in the room that wanted to ask any questions about either the cannabis industry in general, Easy Mountain as a local business, or what?
You have products that help you sleep that don't get you the high feeling?
We do have some products that help you sleep that don't get high feeling. Yes, absolutely. We have some like, CBN only type of products and stuff like that will literally, they'll make you feel groggy, but they will not make you feel mentally lifted at all. So absolutely, yeah, and I could, yeah. And that's a product, by the way, it's a derivative of CBD. So it's not even like a marijuana product in general. You could give it to, your 14-year-old son if he's got a hard time sleeping. It's not gonna make him high or anything like that, and no issues with that. Absolutely, yes. So I'll just start with it. We have suppositories, we have gummies, we have topicals, we have tinctures, we have the smokables. We have quite literally any way you could think to apply anything to your body, we've got it. We've got patches, everything else. The suppository's getting a buzz. We're gonna have to restock on the suppositories. I'll get the suppositories, Republic, calm down. One more question. Does anybody else, Brady, what's up?
Do you have products for pets?
We do have products for pets as well. That's a great one. And that was one that, thank you actually for asking me that. During the 4th of July, we get hit up like crazy because as so many people know, that's like PTSD for our dogs now. We do have CBD products for our pets. We have CBD dog treats and we have CBD peanut butter. That's literally just peanut butter in a jar that dogs absolutely go insane for. There's no negative side effects. Everybody that uses them has positive results. So that's that, guys. That's Easy Mountain. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for listening to me talk. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
That's good, man. Thanks, Alex. Appreciate you, dude. Good work, man. There's a couple times here I didn't know whether to laugh or not laugh.
It's always laugh.
Good job. I was looking at Dr. Pierce most of the time. If he clapped his hands, I clapped mine. And if he didn't, I did. Josie, I didn't know she had such a body mouth. Oh, thanks.
I owe her a gift now.
Relief is in the trees, it grows easy like the breeze, flowing from the fountain high upon Easy Mountain.